Hey there, I'm Nev, I'm a dev, and today I want to talk about Svelte, because Svelte, not gonna lie, has changed my life about a year ago. Yeah, I sat ill at home, and I wanted to learn something new, and I wanted to build some cool stuff, because it was bothering me that with my React app, I had to separate my backend and frontend and couldn't have it in one place. So what I ended up adopting was SvelteKit. I don't really know how it really came to the point that I used SvelteKit, but it definitely was because I saw this tutorial how to do a SvelteKit with Stripe. But I was like, no, I don't want to learn SvelteKit with Stripe just now. I want to learn SvelteKit first. So yeah, I then learned it. And if we go to my GitHub, we can actually see this. I think it was about. I think we can even look at this in my contribution history. So it was around 2023, maybe somewhere around here. Let's go to Web Glacier, because that was the first thing that I built. We can look at this in here. It's not webglacier.vercel, but it's that one here. Yeah, I built this with Skeleton UI, which was basically my whole meaning of writing Svelte, because I was such a fan of Skeleton, and I still am. I think Skeleton is such a cool UI library, and not also UI, but it has so many cool things like persistent store, which I used, but it's now deprecated, unfortunately. But yeah, still, Skeleton is very cool, and I will definitely make a video once next.skeleton.dev is released. Then I will definitely make a video about it, because yeah, not gonna lie, Skeleton, I've used it for everything when I started with Svelte Kit. And yeah, so this was kind of a fake portfolio agency website that I built for myself, just to learn how Svelte and Skeleton UI worked, but I think it's not really representative of Svelte, because I could have done this in any other language, and it wasn't very complicated. But what was complicated is Wolf Bricks. And Wolf Bricks, I made a video about it. It was my first video on this channel. And Wolf Bricks is basically my kind of Lego web store that I built with a friend. Yeah, it's kind of a neat website with a card that is using this persistent store. If we go ahead and look it up in our local storage, then we have our card item here. We can delete something from the card and add it again, and then we can check out. And yeah, I mean, Wolf Bricks was a solid website that I loved to build. But soon I made this website, and it's probably one of my most beautiful websites. I've also built this with Skeleton UI, and yeah, I am super proud of it, because I mean, it looks very clean, right? Yeah, I've built many Easter eggs in it, interactivity, connection, and then wow, portfolio and meaningful quote. And this timeline component is also a component of Skeleton UI. If we go ahead and do timeline, isn't it called timeline? Toggle, slide toggles? No, I don't know. But it's from Skeleton UI, and this looks still really cool, right? I've also built these apps, and I mean, this list is pretty current. It's not really that much that has updated, because NevilleBrem.com is built on Astro, which is why I have so fast content loads speeds. But I mean, it looks a little bit more boring, and I really need to change that now that I think about it. But yeah, pretty much like everything is the same as it was on this page. Like just even that one looks pretty similar. Yeah. So I pretty soon then rebuilt my website with SvelteKit, and yeah, then my biggest project came here, which is Zenith. And yeah, if you don't already know, Zenith is an event planner. So if I go ahead and do edit this video tonight, maybe this video is not really descriptive, edit YouTube video tonight, it will add that and it will schedule it for tonight. Yeah, I think I did a really good job here because I used the AI SDK. I integrated it with Neon. I just did a video on Neon. You should check it out, by the way. Yeah, this was like my most complex project and I love it. It's so cool. Still to this day, I'm like really impressed that I managed to pull this off. You have also a project thing where we can go ahead and do like add this to the project, and when we go here and then we can watch the project. Yeah, pretty cool, right? And now I think I want to talk about why I think yeah, Svelte is just such a cool thing and why it changed my life. Like I said, maybe you already know that, but I used to work in React a lot, like only in React, basically. Like after I set off from HTML and CSS, I directly went to React and React Router and the whole rabbit hole of React hook form, and I don't know, all of these things. And then I discovered Svelte, and I think it's just so cool because it embraces web standards, which I didn't know anything about in React, unfortunately. But I think it's really important that you know how things go on under the hood. Well, maybe it's more of a nerd thing, but for me, it's super important that I know like what's going on under the hood and what it's like doing under the hood, like performance-wise. And I think one of the important things about web standards is also working with forms. And I've already made like 2 videos about SvelteKit Superforms, but basically what it is a very cool library to work with forms in SvelteKit. You can do so many cool things with SvelteKit Superforms. Yeah, as I said, I made videos about it already. You should check them out if you're interested. Yeah, I think working with forms is just very fun in Svelte. Whether in React, it is absolutely not. At least I had so much pain working with forms in React, so Svelte really was a relief. And because SvelteKit is a full stack framework, I learned how to do backend. I learned how to tackle certain security concerns. I learned how to use actions and API endpoints. I now know what an API endpoint really does and is, and returns and error codes and all of that shit. Like, you should know that. You can't just make something that you want. You need to protect your routes and yeah, just do magic, I guess. And I think SvelteKit is ultimately the thing that really pushed me to learn databases, because I used to work with Firebase, but working with Firebase isn't really fun. But then I adopted Drizzle, and Drizzle changed my life, because like Drizzle is such a cool thing. And of course also Auth, Lucia, life changer for me, basically. Like in this video, I'm just like glazing over all of these tools, but like they're really cool, right? And I think I overall just like improved like building UIs and describing UIs. Like we can go ahead and look into our Zenith code base, which is spinning up right here. I mean, I think I have a pretty like clean architecture of files in here, like in our lib folder and then all of my components. And like this is not really up to date yet, because many things have changed, and especially with advent of Svelte, which is currently going on, and I'm a huge fan of advent of Svelte. I mean, now that I know Svelte a little bit better, or much better, is the thing. I wish that they would make a traditional advent of Svelte, but unfortunately they don't. But I mean, not too bad. I guess next year, and they are really shipping very cool things, and end of December I'm gonna do a video where I like cover the things that I think are important for me and I just really like. Because not every of these features that they roll out are really super important for me, so yeah, I really care too much about them, but there are a few. And lastly, I want to thank some people that have brought me on this journey. First of all, Ben Davis. I think I already made a shout out to him, but like, I don't watch videos on this account, but I am sure that I've watched every single video on SvelteKit that he made, like rolling custom auth and drizzle and super bass. Yeah, I've like watched all of his videos, or most of his videos. I really was interested in this video, which also made me make a video as well on Next.js and the AI SDK. Yeah. Also, maybe a interesting shout out is HunterBite. I should also follow him because he also does very good videos about Svelte, and I learned much about Svelte from him. And of course, Joy of Code, that one here. I basically learned Svelte from him because he made this Svelte tutorial. Where is it? Oh, SvelteKit tutorial. I watched this and then I was like, damn, this is pretty cool. And I picked it up. Of course, also shout out to Theo. I just watch all of his videos as soon as they're out, because I think if I want to stay up to date, I just watch his videos. Of course, they're a little bit delayed because he can't just fire out videos, and I know this for myself, it's difficult, but he makes very cool, informative videos. Actually, I'm also subscribed to him. And yeah, I think like that's pretty much my thoughts after 1 year of Svelte. As I said, Svelte changed my life, and I'm super thankful to myself that I learned Svelte, the community of Svelte. Svelte is kind of a niche, but it's become a bigger niche, and I think Svelte is a genius framework, and I'm only here for the vibes, and Svelte completes these vibes, so I'm happy with Svelte. And yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you won't miss this Advent of Svelte video that I have announced. And yeah, we will see us in the next video. Bye.